Kaohsiung lithium battery plant blast injures 15, fire still burning. Military uses Taipei metro in Kuang 41 military drill. G-Dragon hints at Big Bang reunion during Taipei tour finale. Kim Jong-un backs Putin with unconditional support. South Korean medical students end 17-month boycott of classes. Over 70 arrested at UK protests supporting banned Palestine action. Thousands gather to mark 30th anniversary of genocide in Srebrenica. Canadian lover's message in bottle found 13 years later.
Hello everyone, I'm Oceana. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It is Monday, July 14th, World Chimpanzee Day, and here are our top stories. In local news, a pre-dawn explosion rocked Sanyuan Technologies' lithium battery plant in Kaohsiung's Linhai industrial zone, injuring 15 people, including 3 firefighters. Thick smoke continues to billow as the fire burns on. Officials are checking for toxic pollutants. Flights at nearby Xiaogang Airport remain unaffected. Taiwan's military used the Taipei metro for the first time during the Hanguang 41 drills, moving troops and supplies underground at night to avoid simulated missile attacks. Military police emerged from Longshan Temple Station and advanced to tactical positions, marking a new strategy in urban defense planning. K-pop star G-Dragon wrapped up his Übermensch tour in Taipei, emotionally mentioning Big Bang members Taeyang and Daesung. As he glanced towards the VIP section, fans erupted, chanting Big Bang. The show marked his first in Taiwan in 8 years, also the 8th stop on his tour. And in global news, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un restated that he unconditionally supports all Russian actions during its war in Ukraine, as he welcomed Moscow's top diplomat to a newly built beach resort on the country's east coast. Kim met with Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in the North Korean city of Wonsan. During the meeting, Kim reaffirmed his government's commitment to unconditionally support and encourage all measures that Russia takes in Ukraine.
Lavrov's trip comes at a crucial time for Russian-North Korean relations, with Pyongyang set to deploy an additional 25,000 to 30,000 soldiers to assist Moscow's scaled-up assault on Ukraine, adding to the estimated 11,000 troops sent last year. The visit could further strengthen an alliance with the potential to reshape not only the war but also the security dynamic in Asia. Russia's foreign ministry posted on X that Putin sent his warm greetings to Kim and reaffirmed his commitment to all previous agreements. Lavrov, who arrived in North Korea on Friday for a 3-day visit, also met with his North Korean counterpart, Cho Sun-wei, in Wonsan on Saturday.
The South Korean Medical Association has announced that thousands of medical students are set to return to classes after a 17-month-long boycott. Students and trainee doctors had walked out in protest of government plans to increase medical school admissions, arguing that the move would lower the quality of their education. While no timeline for the return has been provided, the association has urged the government to restore the academic calendar and improve training conditions.
Prime Minister Kim Min-sok welcomed the end of the boycott, describing it as a big step forward. The Korean Medical Association said, "We will place our trust in the government and parliament and commit to returning to school to help normalize medical education in the healthcare system," in a statement reportedly issued jointly with the Parliament's Education Committee and other lobby groups. The government had proposed increasing the annual admission of medical students to universities from around 3,000 to roughly 5,000, citing the need for more staff to meet rising demand. While students are planning to return, junior doctors remain on strike, continuing to protest poor working conditions.
More than 70 people were arrested Saturday at protests in the UK against the Palestine Action Group being proscribed as a terrorist organization by the British government, following a break-in and vandalism at a Royal Air Force base. In London, the Metropolitan Police said 42 people had been arrested by late afternoon. All but one of the arrests were for showing support for a proscribed organization, which police said includes chanting, wearing clothing, or displaying articles such as flags, signs, or logos. Another person was arrested for common assault.
In London, it was the second straight week that protesters gathered to support the pro-Palestinian activist group. Its outlawing means that support for the organization is now deemed a criminal offense. Signs reading, "I oppose genocide, I support Palestine action," were held aloft in silence. Some demonstrators were seen lying on top of each other on the ground as police searched their bags and confiscated signs. Officers were then seen carrying away a number of protesters, lifting them off the ground and into police vans parked around the square. The official designation earlier this month of Palestine Action as a proscribed group under the Terrorism Act 2000 means that membership in the group and support for its actions are punishable by up to 14 years in prison.
Thousands of people from Bosnia and around the world gathered in Srebrenica to mark the 30th anniversary of the 1995 massacre of more than 8,000 Bosniak Muslim boys and men, which had been acknowledged as Europe's only genocide since the Holocaust. 7 newly identified victims of the massacre, including 2 19-year-old men, will be laid to rest in a collective funeral at a vast, ever-expanding cemetery near Srebrenica on Friday, alongside more than 6,000 victims already buried there.
Such funerals are held annually for victims still being unearthed from dozens of mass graves around the town. July 11, 1995, marks the day the killings began, after Bosnian Serb fighters overran the eastern Bosnian enclave in the final months of the interethnic war in the Balkans. After taking control of the town, a UN-protected safe zone during the war, Bosnian Serb forces separated Bosniak Muslim men and boys from their families and brutally executed them over the course of several days. The bodies were then dumped in mass graves around Srebrenica, which were later dug up with bulldozers, and the remains scattered across other burial sites in an attempt to hide evidence of their war crimes.
When Brad Squires and the then Anita Moran wrote a tender account of their picnic date, stuffed it into the bottle of wine they had just emptied, and tossed it into the waves below, they never dreamed someone would actually read it, let alone 13 years later and almost 2,000 miles away. Thrown into the water off Newfoundland's Bell Island, the bottle and its paper cargo traveled on the wild Atlantic seas for more than 4,600 days, adrift through 11 iterations of the iPhone, 2 Donald Trump elections, and a global pandemic that came and went.
The note was short and simple. Somewhere, some people named Anita and Brad wrote 13 years ago, quote, "Today we enjoyed dinner, this bottle of wine, and each other on the edge of the island."
That epic journey took it to the west coast of Ireland, where it was discovered this week. Martha Farrell, chair of the Maharis Conservation Association, whose members found the bottle on Monday, said, "It's a moment of pure joy. For us, it's the impossibility and resilience of that glass bottle finding our beach all those years later, but also the resilience of the couple. Using the power of social media, its Irish finders tracked down the couple, who are now married with 3 kids. The note was only 2 or 3 lines, but it captures their moment. It was like a little secret between themselves, but now it has brought so much joy to so many people."
The answer for yesterday was B, allegations. The politician denied the allegations of corruption. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. Kim Jong-un backs Putin with unconditional support. Number 1, unconditionally. 无条件地,毫无保留地. She unconditionally supports her friend no matter what happens. Number 2, deploy. 部署,调动,展开. The army deployed troops along the border to strengthen security. Number 3, scaled up. 扩大规模地,增强地. The company launched a scaled-up version of its popular product to meet growing demand. Next, we have a multiple-choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section, and the correct answer will be announced tomorrow. World Chimpanzee Day was established in 2018 by the folks at the Jane Goodall Institute. This important event is celebrated on this date because it is the anniversary of the day when Dr. Jane Goodall first stepped foot into Gombe Stream National Park in Tanzania on July 14, 1960. The work done by Dr. Goodall lasted for more than 3 decades and provided amazing insight into the unique communities in which these intelligent creatures dwell. And that's all for today's FUNDAY News. Be sure to tune into FUNDAY News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join FUNDAY for free. I'm your host, Oceana, and I'll see you next time.